do, 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 do.
So we're winding down for our game of the year for 2015, and we're down to our last two. And number two is one of my personal favorite games of this year. It is Super Mario Maker. Damn right. Many walked into Super Mario Maker with something of a sense of dread, because it felt like we finally hit the saturation point. This would be the end of 2D Mario. Really, once you put the tools in the public's hands, there's nowhere else to go. So in some ways, it felt like an end of an era. It's been 3 months later, and while that still feels true to an extent, this truly feels like enough Mario to last us forever. There's enough here to last for years, and it's only getting better with the support from Nintendo. Some would say Super Mario Maker is one of the greatest things to happen in video games in the last 20 years. It's a game that some pan as being a level editor app, but others herald it as the second coming of Nintendo. This game incorporates everything that is right and good at Nintendo, from the sound effects and music while you edit levels, to the precise and intuitive user interface, all the way to the vast array of details players can include in their level. Super Mario Maker does a tremendous amount of fan service, while introducing a whole new generation to the joy and history of the side-scrolling Mario franchise. User-generated Mario is what we all thought about when Sony first showed off Little Big Planet almost a decade ago. Nintendo takes its time adopting new ideas, but when it does enter an arena, it has a unique spin that sidesteps some of the pitfalls of its predecessors. In the case of Super Mario Maker, it's the brilliant idea of making creation itself a game. The act of laying down a level is almost as fun as actually playing one. That's partly because the design itself is rooted in this rich history that we all spent decades familiarizing ourselves with. It's kind of funny when you think about it. Many of us spent a number of years playing games and wishing that one day we could make a game for others to enjoy. And Mario Maker virtually gives you that ability. Nintendo might not be completely proud of the Wii U and how it's sold, but Super Mario Maker will ensure that the Wii U continues to be played and used long after the NX hits store shelves. Super Mario Maker transcends generations of gamers unlike any other game in this year's Game of the Year list, as it allows older gamers to feel like kids again when watching a new generation of gamers play with power. Nintendo has achieved something very special with Super Mario Maker, and this is the beginning of something and not the end, as some folks say. We now have an infinite supply of levels, from intricate autoplay music levels to levels full of coins and power-ups. Super Mario Maker is what you make of it, which is why we see the game resonating with so many different types of gamers.